Hey besties! Welcome back, or welcome for the first time to The Naked Truth with Lauren, where we have stripped down conversations on mental health and adulting. I'm your host, Lauren, and I'm literally just a girl. Just a girl who ordered these new headphones, and hopefully the audio quality sounds better in your ears or on your morning work commute in your car. This mini episode is going to be all about vision boarding, and I'm going to teach you how I make a vision board digitally in Canva. We are going to recreate this digital vision board as a desktop wallpaper in Canva. So a vision board serves as a visual blueprint for what you want to manifest in your life. And side note, manifestation involves action. It's not just wishing for something to happen. So the word manifestation might be all woo-woo to you, but there's a lot of steps to it, and we can dive deeper into that because I'm all about it, and I've used it to cultivate things in my life that I really want, and I used to not know how to explain why good things were happening to me or things that I want were like materializing in my life. But ever since I read Roxy Nafusi's tiny orange book called Manifest, this one, if you're looking, I'm showing the book, 7 Steps to Living Your Best Life, which I use to guide my own vision board workshops, I can put words to it now. And I dive really deep into that with my signature vision board workshops, both virtually and in person, which I'll get to at the end. But vision boarding can be done at any point throughout the year, and it can be for any specified period of time in your life. So it doesn't have to be for the whole year. It could be for 6 months. It could be for a year. It could be for 2 years. You kind of get to define that. But now in January is a perfect time to talk about this since it's like a fresh start and the vibes are like a reset. So a little bit of background before I share my screen and walk you through how to make a digital version of a vision board. I have a ritual around this when I do vision boarding, and I like to start with journaling, a journal reflection, and especially like at the top of the year in January, I will reflect on my past year. I have different journals. I journal a lot, so this is my current one. If you're looking, it's just a basic thing I probably got at Michael's or like Home Goods. And then I also do a visualization of my future self and visualize my desires, my dreams, my goals, the feeling of what it's like a year from now, really feeling that gratitude and thanking myself for manifesting these things and acting as if I've already manifested these goals that I have in my life. And I also define specific goals in writing because you can get more detailed in terms of like in writing, and the more detail, the better when it comes to manifestation. So I'm talking like if you want to manifest a new career or a new job, specify, I want a thriving career as a product manager for Spotify with a team of coworkers who I really like, who get along well, and I make enough money to feel financially secure and cover all of my bills and have leftover to spend on my hobbies. Or if you have a specific salary in mind, you can say that too. But just the more the better, and like really focus on the feeling of like how it feels to have those things. Okay, so what I would do first is go to Pinterest. I love Pinterest. Okay, so let's say I want to go to London. I click these 3 dots on Pinterest. I say download image, and it downloads to my computer. And you can also add words. Let's say you want to manifest a new job. I'm going to download this. I like the words here. Yes, I got the job. I'm going to save that to my computer to upload to Canva. Once you save all these to your computer, then you can go into Canva. You just go to canva.com and log in. If you don't have an account already, it's free to make one. So you can just enter your email and create a password and easily log in. So in Canva, I'm going to look at these different options for what you can make, and I want it to be for my desktop. So I click these 3 dots and I search desktop wallpaper. That's what I want. So I'm going to start with a blank page. So I'm going to go to uploads, and what you would do is click upload file and upload all of the images that you downloaded from Pinterest to your computer into Canva. I've already done this, so as you can see, they're here, and you can just drag them on the screen. And so, for example, if traveling to Greece is a big bucket list item on your 2026 vision board, let's say, I'm going to make it big. And then I'm going to add London, I'm going to add manifesting money. I'm going to add investing. Let's say investing is a big goal of mine for 2026. I'm going to make that bigger. I'm going to make London a little bit smaller. And this is just for demonstration purposes. And you can overlap them, kind of like scrapbooky vibe. And then you can also rotate them. So clicking this little rotate button, you can make it go a different way. And then you can double click and you can crop it. So make it like a little bit smaller. If I don't want it to be like a long rectangle, if I want it to be more of a square, I can crop it like that, click enter, and it's cropped. I'm gonna overlap that. And then where's my other stuff? I want a consistent gym routine. So I'm gonna pull these couple workout images in. Let's say I want to build some muscle. So I'm gonna make these. I'm gonna make that a little bit smaller. I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. Say I want to manifest that dream job. I want to include this with the words, yes, I got the job. So let's say this is a bigger goal. I'm going to make it bigger and like stand out more, but it covers the money. So I'm going to click on the money picture and then I'm going to click on this position button and I'm going to bring it to the front. So you can change what shows on the top. And let's say I also want the picture of holding the wad of cash like in front of the billionaire. I'm clicked on the I am a billionaire picture. I click position, I send it to back. But let's say I want it over top of the working out picture, but I don't want it over top of the money picture. I'm just going to click forward once. So you can see how it put it above this weightlifting picture, but it's still beneath this money picture. And then in Canva, there are also photos. So you can go to the left side and click elements and then go to photos and then search what you want. So let's say I want to prioritize self-care in 2026. I'm going to search that and see if there's any images I want to bring into the board. Drinking tea, face masks, all of this. I like this picture in bed, prioritizing rest. Okay, I'm going to double click. I'm going to crop it so it doesn't take up as much space. I'm going to bring this London one down to fill in the blank space. I don't like having any white. So this white space I want to fill in. So I'm just making this London picture bigger to avoid having the white space. So now let's say I want more than just photos. Let's say I want graphics. So you can go again to the elements button on the left side of Canva and click graphics, and then you can search whatever you want. So if you're trying to manifest romance, you can go search hearts or romance or love. And so these are my recently used because I had them on my board before. So I'm just going to pull these into the board. I'm going to adjust them to whatever size I want. I like these little hearts. And then I'm going to put these down here. It's also fun because like it's just more of a scrapbooky vibe than just having pictures. I'm going to add this over here just to remind me of the love and romance I'm manifesting in 2026. And there's magic recommendations with their AI that could be really cute if you wanted to incorporate anything like that. You can make it as full or not full as you want. I'm going to search scrapbook paper so I have paper as the background for my text so that my text shows up well above all the pictures. So I'm going to click this to add it in. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to put it over here. And then I'm going to click text on the left side. I'm going to add a title. And I can click this 4-way arrow. I can move it to be right over that scrap paper so it's really visible. And I'm going to say consistent gym routine. I'm going to highlight the whole text and I'm going to decrease the size so that it fits on that piece of paper. And let's say I want a different font. I'm going to go with this fun bougie font. And then I'm going to click out of it. And I'm going to click the text again and click and drag so it's in the middle of that paper. And then I'm going to just manually make it a little bit smaller because I want it to be just a little bit smaller. And I want the paper to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do that over here. Now, since I want to keep the same like paper and text vibe, I'm going to click and shift and click. So I have both of them. And then I'm going to hover over this little duplicate icon and click that. So I have another one, and I'm going to click and drag that over here. And let's say I want it to be rotated. So I'm going to rotate it, have it be on an angle. I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to say prioritize self-care. And I want the paper to be a little bit skinnier. I'm going to double click and I'm going to crop it. So now that, let's say I'm satisfied with it, it's done. I'm going to click share and I'm going to download it to my computer. I'm going to stick with PNG because that's what Canva suggests for this. And I'm just going to click download. And there it is. So now when you log into your computer, every single time you'll see this and you'll be reminded of your goals and what you want to manifest from your vision board this year. For more of that, you can join me virtually on Tuesday, January 27th to build your own visual blueprint for 2026. I'm hosting a virtual vision board workshop. You can sign up on my website at thenakedtruthwithlauren.com. I will also include the link in the show notes. I'm also going to be running an in-person vision board workshop at the Planet Wildlight Retreat in Leesburg, Virginia on January 23rd. And you can get tickets to that at planetwildlight.com. And I'll also include that link in the show notes. It's a really good community vibe, a good way to set intentional goals in all areas of your life, personally and professionally, and connect with like-minded people. Thank you so much for listening. This is the end of The Naked Truth with Lauren, Season 1. I am giving myself a break because I am a human and not a machine, and I don't want to get burned out. Keep an eye out for Season 2 in a few months. We've got some exciting episodes coming up, including one about my no regrets rule, where we'll dive more into how to stop overthinking and start living the life that you actually want. One about workplace well-being and how to avoid burnout and thrive in your 9-to-5. And a conversation with a therapist about how trauma shows up in dating, work, and adult friendships, and much more. I'm very excited. Catch you later.